Good morning, good morning, good morning, community. How are you? Take that deep breath. Some days you have to breathe in a little bit deeper than others. Good morning. Good morning. I'm sorry. Good morning to the West Coast. How are you? Good morning to the East Coast. Hey, David, how are you? Or good afternoon, excuse me, to the East Coast. Good morning to the West Coast. How are you? I didn't look at any news this weekend, I don't think. So I'm not sure. I know our fires must be a little less. We didn't wake up this morning breathing smoke. I have to imagine that Florida and Alabama and all the places where the water was, they're still underwater. But how are you, wherever you are? If you come on afterwards, hashtag replay, let me know how you are, where you are. I wanted to hop on for a moment because even though it's September and even though this year has gone, I guess, completely different, I still wanted to ask you to take a moment and get back on track, whatever that means and whatever that looks like for you. I stubbed my toe last week, and it's amazing the force that we have. You know, you're walking, you just think left foot, right foot, but each one of those steps comes with a force and a power. And I jammed 3 of my toes on my door frame going out into my backyard. And my foot swole up like crazy. You know, the usual red and blue and all that kind of stuff, purple colors and everything. Hey, Danielle. And so I had to stop. Which is a lot for me because I'm always thinking, oh, you can push through it, but I actually looked up Google and told me to elevate it, and I did that. And it made me think for a moment, where are you on your journey? I know this year started probably different than we thought, but it did start. And at the beginning, you had goals. At the beginning, you had set aspirations for yourself. You had specific actions you were going to take for specific results that you wanted to see showing up in your life. Now, granted, the virus may have hijacked some of that, but it didn't necessarily have to hijack all of that. It's just like my working out. I didn't get to the gym this year, but I didn't stop working out. I've had to change it. I've had to modify it. I've had to find new ways to get stuff done because the old way was just simple, easy, go to the gym, do my cardio, do my weights, hang out, talk to the guys a little bit, have a little bit of competition on some of the other weights, and leave. What this year brought was think consciously about what you're doing and the actions you're taking. What are you doing? What are the results that they're going to yield? And then what's the time frame they need to be done in? So I want you to ask yourself, where do you need to get back on track? This year cannot be, for you or any of us, all COVID. There were still goals that we had. There were still actions that we were requiring of ourselves to take, that we said we were going to do. And those actions and those goals weren't necessarily based on what was happening out in the world. We set goals all the time regarding our health and our wealth, regarding our education. We set goals all the time. They don't have anything to do with what's going on outside in the world. They have to do with what's going on inside of us and our commitment to our goals and following through on our goals and taking the actions step by step by step until they materialize. And of course, tweaking our goals all along the way. So if the beginning of the year had a goal to lose weight, nothing said, oh, well, COVID's here, I'm not going to worry about losing weight. No. If anything, it was about how can I creatively still reach my goal? Because that was a commitment you made to yourself. So that goal is still valid. How you get to it and achieve it may look different. That's all this is saying to us, is how we get to whatever it is and how we achieve it may look different than what we thought. But there still doesn't say, oh, the goal isn't going to be accomplished. Whether it was to lose weight, whether it was to change your diet and have more of a vegan diet, whether it was to be more present in your life so you're not in your head on repeat. Okay, me and the Amazon truck about to collide. He's like right there. All of those things are still valid. You don't get to just throw them away like a hell in a handbasket and say, oh, well, I can't do any of my goals because of COVID. No. What we're committed to, we find other ways to get it done because we still want to see that results in our life. So I just want to stop by this morning and say to you and remind you, get back on track. All of your conversations don't have to be about the politics in the world. All of your conversations don't have to be about the protesting in the world. All of your conversations don't have to be about what's happening with the presidency and the election and vote by mail. No, you still have some of your own personal goals that are just as significant, if not more so. And here's why. They're significant to you and your heart because it was you and your heart that made the goals. So you don't get to say to your heart, oh, well, COVID came hard, so that goal doesn't matter. No, your goals are still significant to you. So get back on track. How? First off, let's revisit the goals. What were the goals? 4 areas. Your heart and your health. Those 2 areas are your finance and your faith. Where were the areas where you had goals? So let's look at those goals again. In those areas, write down the one goal you had under your health or one goal that you had under your faith or your finance. More importantly, I want you to go to the end result. When you achieve that goal, what will happen for you? Hi, Janice John. When you achieve that goal, what will happen for you? Because see, the way we've been programmed is for the end result. So in order for a goal to give us some, I want to say, to make it happen, is we have to keep focused on the end result. The end result right now is I haven't worked out in 4 days. I haven't gone up this hill or any of my hills in 4 or 5 days because of my toe. So this is my first day. So we'll see. I'm not going to even time it. I'm not concerned. The effort right now today is to get it in and do it. I may not do the whole 5 miles or 4, but if I start with my 2.5 today and my toe lasts and doesn't bruise or anything, then I keep walking tomorrow and I build on it. So same thing for you. What's the goal? Go back and look at the goals. Now you may have to tweak them to see what it was you were going to do. What was the time frame that you had you were going to do it? How are you going to monitor yourself doing it, whatever it is? For me, if I showed you my calendar, I have a calendar in my bathroom. Every time I walk, I mark it off. So I walk for marks on my calendars. I have calendars throughout my house, I'm sure in the garage, that I could pull out that would have marks on it and check marks for me exercising. When I do cardio, I put a C on there. When I do my weights, I put a W on there. I mean, when I used to run 5Ks, 10Ks in a marathon, I was running for a t-shirt. So know yourself and know what motivates you. So pull the goal back out. You may have to tweak it. What's your time frame? What is it you're supposed to be doing? How often are you supposed to be doing it? I try and walk every day. It's the simplest thing I can do. I'm doing heels for my heart, to get my heart rate up, keep my heart beating and pumping, and to stretch myself. When I want to shift that, I'll do it every other day. And on the opposite days, I do cardio. I have a dance video that's about as tough as these hills I walk. My goal is for strength. I'm not as concerned about losing weight or even gaining weight. It's for me to be strong, for me to have the stamina. This breathing I'm doing right now, I didn't have to do this like 2 weeks ago. So it's for stamina and for sleep. So those are mine. The end result, though, is when I do my next test for my A1C, for cholesterol. Well, I haven't had cholesterol, high cholesterol in forever, but you know, when I do my test, I'll have different results on my test. That's my goal. So I keep that in mind. Every time I'm walking or I get tired. I mean, 2 weeks ago, I walked on a Sunday right after the fire in the smoke, was walking. So we can always come up with obstacles and say, oh, I can't do it for this reason, or I can't do it for that reason. But your goal is waiting on you. Your dreams are waiting on you. If you keep saying, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that, that's the message you give your dreams. Come on, you come on. That's the message you give your dreams, that they're not important and you can't do them. But no, nothing stops you from taking one step after another step to make them happen. So pull it out, look at the goal, write it down. After you write it down, give yourself some time frames. Once a week, there's nothing you can do once a week and it'll be enough. So let's start with at least 3 times a week. Pick out the days that you're going to do it, the times you're going to do it. When you set that up, simply know, oh, they have food out here for people. Simply know that you're making a commitment to you. Nobody's going to come running behind you saying, oh, you said you're going to walk today. Oh, you said you're going to drink more water today. Oh, you said you're going to get more sleep today. Oh, you said you're going to read that book today. No, it's your goals. They're my goals, my dream. You see me? I'm out here. Who's with me? The universe. By myself. What we want, we make it happen. No one makes it happen for us. No one can stop it from happening either. We control it. We decide it. We make it happen. Now, here's the thing. As we're making it happen, the universe will kick in with us and send us some support. That may look like a variety of different things depending on what we're doing. When I did my marathon, it was some friends waiting for me at the 20 miles because I didn't know how I was going to make those last 6. When I do stuff on here, Kat will come on and she always has encouraging words. Matter of fact, the cardio DVD I got it from Kat. So as you keep taking steps and taking action, the universe will send you, like, it's not just support, but you get these little nudges that let you know you're on the right track. Okay? This is the other piece you want to realize. Anything we're going to do in life, we're going to pretty much do it by ourselves. And this is what I mean. It's going to start inside here. It's going to start in here and bubble up, and then it's going to come into our consciousness. But this is where it starts. It doesn't start with a whole group of people. It doesn't start with a rah-rah people cheering you on. It starts here. And we talk to ourselves. We nurture ourselves. We inspire ourselves to keep putting, like I'm doing, one foot in front of the other. So don't get discouraged if it's just you. It's your goal. It's something unique to you and magnificent to you that's going to have just your amazing fingerprint on it. Won't look like anybody else but you. And that's the reason why you do it. And you keep doing it. Good morning. That's why you do it. And you keep doing it. So don't get sad. Nobody's helping me. Yeah, the universe will help you. You know, your mom, your sister, but nobody will help me. No, dear. The universe will help you if you put one foot in front of the other and keep doing it. Okay, so I'm going to retrieve the goal. I'm going to pull the goal back out. Hi, Erica. What the goal was. Then you're going to give some measurements. You have to put some measurements. It's not like I'm going to lose 10 pounds over the next 10 years. No. Something's going to be done each week. Something's going to be done daily. And maybe something's going to be done hourly. Write it down. Write it down. Don't put it in your head. Oh, I'll remember it. Here, there's this thing. When we write things down and our mind can see them and we can glance at it, it does something to us internally. Something clicks when that happens and our mind sees it and hears that from us. And it kicks in to support us. Now, once you write it down, give yourself a time frame. What are you going to do in the next day, 2 days, 3 days? What are you going to do for that week? So you have something to measure. The only way we know what's happening with our results is we take action, one, and then we have to measure what that's going to look like. So then if we need to adjust it here or adjust it there, we can just adjust it until we get it right in the perfect frame where we want it to be. Now, the last piece is your mindset. You want to be very clear about what you're saying to yourself, okay? I honestly didn't say anything to myself today except for you're going to walk. So take yourself out there, do some stretching, and let's get started again. You've been off like, I don't think all last week. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I didn't walk. So you're going to walk. I said I was going to do the 3.5 walk instead of the 4 or the 5 mile walk. And that was it. I drank water before I came because I didn't want to have to carry water. And of course, you bring your phone because if something happened to you, they can always find you by your phone. But you may need more than that. I'm so committed to working out and exercising because I know my very life and existence depends on it. Nothing else. If I don't have health, I don't have life. But that's my commitment. So I get up, drink my water. First thing after doing my meditation, I do my walk. On my way back, I already begin to think about what am I going to fix to eat. Because see, for me, eating is not a big deal. But I know I can't do all the exercising and not be prepared to eat. So I get in my mind, okay, you have a spinach omelet with some mushrooms. And I start telling myself that. So I'll convince myself that in another 30 minutes, that's what it's going to do. It's going to eat. It's going to be happy to eat. Because I can go do a shake and not eat until 7 or 8 o'clock tonight. But that's not good for my body. So what was the goal you had for you? Go back. Pull your goal back out. If you made progress on that one, what was the next one? Pull it out, write down the goal, move all the way over to the end result. What do you want to look like when it's done? What will you feel like when it's done? What will change in your life when it's done? See, so often when we're doing these kind of things, we look at how hard it is. Oh my God, look what I have to do, how far I have to walk. What I want you to look at, your end result. That's what keeps me motivated, is the end result. What that can look like, what that will look like, and I hold on to that possibility. So that's the last thing. Shift your focus from how hard it is, what you have to do, all that stuff. Shift your focus to the end result. And that's what that, now you want to get some manifestation in it and you want some help. That's what you do at nighttime. Hi, Tammy. Is when you lay in your bed at night, you visualize your end result. You see yourself doing whatever it is right before you go to sleep. That's how manifestation happens. You don't review the whole day and how terrible everything is and look at the news. No, you look at the end result of your goal. What will it look like when your goal is achieved? What would it feel like when your goal is achieved? What would it be like for you? That's the point where your mindset gets to kick in. And you really do get to use the conversation in your head for good instead of that conversation in your head taking you all kind of crazy places or repeating same old things over and over. No, that's where you use the conversation for your good. So get back on track, pull out your goal, write them down, write down the actions you're going to take, write down the end result, what you're shooting for. So every time you're walking or you're huffing and puffing and you're out here by yourself, you can remember. You say, why am I doing this? I'm doing it for that reason. And make it such that you can almost see it when you close your eyes. If it's that something's going to shift with your health, you have less pills to take, something's going to shift, in your finances, you have more money to save, something's going to shift in your relationships, or your relationship with God and Spirit, having greater faith, whatever it is, that's what you want to see before you go to sleep. And then you want to set a timeline. What are you going to do for a week? Don't try and say, what am I going to do for the next 3 months or 6 months? Too far out. Too much going on. What are you going to do this week? If you do it that way, then you'll have some goodies for yourself and your spirit. Because sometimes, we have to have some good stuff happen. So if you do it every week, then that helps. Because at the end of the week, your satisfaction may be, hey, I exercised 3 days this week like I said I would. I kept my commitment to myself. I did what I was supposed to do. Yes, those are the goodies we get. And then put it on your calendar. Maybe sometime when we're traveling again, or if I do a virtual online program, you bring your calendar. I'll bring my calendar and we can see how many lines we have. I walk for my calendar lines. I used to walk in events for a simple t-shirt. Just walk for a t-shirt. So now though, I'm walking for my health, for my peace of mind, and for fulfillment. So maybe that's the last thing. What underlies how come you do what you do. I'm doing it for health. My goal is to be here on the planet at least into my 90s. I know health is the most important thing I need to be able to do that. So that's why I drink the water I drink, why I get the sleep that I get, why I eat the foods that I eat. So that takes you finally to that one question, which is, what's your big why? Why are you doing exercise anyway? Because that's what's going to keep you doing it. See, it ain't easy. I'm out here by myself. I got out late, so it's already warm. There's no rah-rah cheering squad waiting for me on each corner saying, yay, Jenenne, you did it, yay. No. But you want to remember your why. Take your why I exercise, why I do this with my money, why I'm doing this with my faith, or why am I doing this with my relationship, and write your big why on a piece of paper somewhere you can see it, so you will always remember why you're doing what you're doing. And in closing, you know why you're doing what you're doing? Why I hope you're doing what you're doing? It's because you love you. It's because you know you matter. It's because you know that no one's going to love you better than you. And you got to do the best you can at loving you, with all the flaws and everything you want to pick at and give yourself a hard time about. But there's still the magnificence of you. So you got to love you. You got to take care of you. You got to stand for you. And as you do that, the universe will stand with you in everything, in all things, at all times. So I'm signing off. Two of my toes are better, but one toe is certainly uncomfortable, but I'm going to keep walking a little bit more. Take good care. Come on, get back on track. Get back on track. That's what you're supposed to be doing. That's what we're here for. That's what we get to focus on. Staying on track for the goals, whatever that is. And sure, you'll vote. Sure, you'll be aware of, whatever changes regarding whether or not you vote by mail or the mail-in ballot. But in the meantime, you still got other stuff to do. And that is to honor your goals and stay on track with them. Yes? So let's see how bold you are. Hashtag replay. Tell me your name. Tell me what state you're in. Tell me what your goal is. What's the goal you're focusing on? What does your goal look like? What's the time frame? How long are you going to be doing it? What's your time frame? Hi, Constance. How are you? Hi, Dahlia. Good morning and good afternoon. Okay, community. So respond back. Give me some information. Hashtag replay, your name, the state or country. What's your goal? You're getting back on track? What are you getting back on track to do? What are the actions you're going to take to make sure you do it for you? Think of it as something amazing you're doing for yourself. So often we want everybody else to do for us. So often, we look at what this person's doing, that person's doing. What we forget, though, is to look at what they're doing for themselves. Because that's the piece right there. What are you willing to do for yourself to keep yourself happy and on track? Okay? Okay, have a good one. That's your mindset for today. I'll see you on Wednesday. Take good care. Now, you can find me at www.JenenneMacklin.com. When you go there, there's a freebie for you, focusing on what I do best, which is empowering women to shift their relationship with money. Is this my corner? Okay, I'll go up one more. So when you go there, there's an audio for you called Healing Your Relationship with Money. So if by chance you've been struggling with money during these last 7 months, or if you're going to be struggling, because we're going to be in this clearly until January of 2021, it may be of value to you to listen to that audio, to give you some support, and get you back on track for where it is you say you want to be. So the next time a crisis like this hits, you will be prepared. In all things and through all things, you're guided, directed, and supported. Know that. Okay, guys, take good care. Have a great day. I got one more street up here and then I get to turn left. I realized it made it easier on my knees. Then I leave Saturdays rather to go all the way up the hill. But since I haven't walked in 4 days, I go up just almost to one of the peaks and then I turn left. Evens it out for my knees. And that's the same for you. You do what you can do, and then you make adjustments so you can still keep doing what you want to do. You don't just say, oh, well, I can't do it and stop. No, none of our goals will come to fruition if we stop, because they're our goals that's been placed in our heart. And you have to trust that whatever goal you have, you get back on track. The universe will support you in manifesting that goal. Okay, take good care. Bye for now. Have a great day. Make it a great day. Okay? Jenenne Macklin signing off.